Hello, everybody, and welcome to April 23rd,
No,
Wednesday, April 23rd. Isn't that crazy?
it is.
That's just it's just a little cuckoo for the Cocoa Puffs for me. I just can't believe we're always, always to the end of the month. I mean, where did this time go? Like that,
It
like that.
does. Time is
Welcome, everybody. I know it's crazy. Welcome, everybody. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So if you're new or if you just want to stop by and say hello, come on in and say hi. We love to see where you're from and how you found out about us. And, Moira's not a stranger to our lives and not a stranger to me either. You all have to understand that I have known Moira since 2002. That just blows my mind.
That's crazy.
It is. I mean, that's literally 23 years. It's just,
That's super crazy. I
where
know.
did, where did that go?
And I have to say, I'm so blessed to know people for so damn long because they know all my old crap and and they call me out on my stuff, right, Elias?
Yeah, of course. And vice versa, right,
Huh?
Moira?
Yep.
We're here for. Delora, it's so good to see you.
I
You're
love.
in mind every day. And tomorrow, when we're on retreat, we'll say a little prayer for you. Hello, Joy. Same with you. Good to see you. Jody, hello. Maria from California. Hello. And Gail, good to see you. Good to see you. Gail, so excited that you're coming on the retreat in October. Super, super excited. So, and we might have a special guest that comes with us on October. So you never know. She might be sitting right next to me. Or, sort of. So welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. Tonight, we're talking about something in depth. Hey, Sharon, good to see you. Nurturing your soul. And, because I was talking to Moira and I said, come on, come join us. Come, we want to talk about the theme is nurture. And she's like, nurturing your soul. Like that. That's what she said. I'm like, fascinating. Because we talk about nurturing our body, we talk about nurturing our mind, nurturing our heart. Never do we say nurturing our soul. What does that mean to you? And just tell everybody a little bit that don't know you, who you are, and what you do.
Okay, so hi everybody. My name is Moira Scullion, and I have a practice in Chicago. I'm an integrative healing practitioner. And I love working with the multidimensionality that we are as human beings. So I work body, mind, and soul, spirit, whatever you want to call it. I like working all the layers. And nurturing your soul to me is about finding a way to listen to yourself, really, right? How do you nurture your soul? You have to listen to what your soul is calling for. And that takes a lot of practice and a lot of work. And that's, I think, what we're kind of here to talk about, are all the ways that we can start listening to that.
Those pieces are important. I don't think people know that it's that quieting the mind to really go beyond what the mind is thinking and really say, okay, what am I really being called to? And I think that's how we talk about, you and I both talk about the inner voice and talk about trusting the intuition, but I think it's that awareness of what do I really need? Not what I want. What do I really need? So we'll go from there. Hello, Chris. Hey, Karen. Catherine, thanks for being here. That sounds amazing. I know. Her work is amazing. And I have to tell you guys, Moira does things now remotely, which is the same. Um, it's the same feeling as if you were in person with her in Chicago. Um, Obviously, we've known each other all these years, but I had some serious hip issues, and I have to tell you, it got better in that one session. And I did the stretching that I needed to do and stuff, and it was just better than what I would have expected if I was to get massage work. I think what you do is you go in the layers and you go deep into that stuff, that emotional stuff, or
Right.
trigger, that emotional trigger that stops us from getting all these different, you know, healing abilities. Like, okay, massage does this, chiropractic does this, aromatherapy does this, but what's that somatic emotional push that we need? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. The body holds all the wisdom of what we are. So all of our experiences are imprinted in our body. Our good experiences are in us in a beautiful, expansive way, but our more negative experiences tend to be contracted in our
Mhm.
body, right? Like a muscle contracts, well, the energy within our body contracts around those triggers, those emotional woundings, the traumas, and they lodge themselves in all kinds of little pockets in our system. So again, it's to me the work is about slowing down, getting quiet, tuning into the body, and listening. What does
Right.
it need? What does it need to show? What does it need to say? What does it need to express? And while we're talking right here about the body and the energy that's within the body, right? Part of that other layer on that, it's the physical body, the energetic body, and then you've got your soul body. So it's all wrapped in there. To me, you can't address one without addressing all of them.
So what would you say, because we put this on the flyer because I wanted bullet points so so people would know the difference here. But self-care is doing all those things about getting enough sleep, drinking the water, journaling, doing what you need to do to take care of you. Soul care is is completely different, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I love that soul care. I've actually not really heard that very much,
I
and
know, I
I
like it too.
I love
But
that. Good one.
I think that's what we do, like, on the retreats that you and I have co-facilitated, on the apprenticeship program that we've
Yeah.
co-facilitated. I think those pieces of going beyond, and you tell me what you think, because this is what's coming to me right here in this moment. It's going beyond the emotional pain points that got us to where we are.
Yes, without necessarily needing to go into them.
Bingo. Yes.
Because sometimes it is, right, like all the trauma work, right? We're all talking about how we have to go into the trauma. You have to go, and not that you need to re-experience it, but right, like it's a
Dark night of
trigger.
the soul, everything like that.
Exactly. But if we can approach our traumas, this is at least my experience, and at least what I'm working on and trying to really fully embody is our traumas we experienced alone. But if we can go into them with compassion, with
Mhm.
softness, and with presence, slow presence, nothing fast about this,
Right.
slow presence, and just holding it, that in itself can create the transformation that's needed. So it's this tending to the soul is this aspect of tending to what and tending and being present from your heart to what cannot be held, seen, smelled, heard, right? Like it's this part of us that's amorphic, right? Like there, you can't really put your finger on it. It's when you're trying to explain something, but you don't know how to explain it. Like there's something that you really feel called to do, and it makes no sense. And you don't know how to explain it to anybody, but like there's this thing inside of you that's like, it's a pulling you towards it. Like that to me is soul essence speaking to you. So that's how we listening to that is part of your soul care, right?
Right. It's that, like you said, it's that pull without the understanding of the why. You just know that you have to.
Yeah.
I
And it
think
doesn't mean, sorry, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. Go ahead. You're good.
I was going to say, it doesn't mean you can't know why. very often, right? You do know why.
Right. Eventually, let's put it this way, Moira, you and I, eventually we figure out the why.
Yes.
Sometimes, and everyone, this is what I want to share with you. When you find a practitioner like Moira, I will have to say, without going into her business, but it is knowing you these years that I know you. You walk the walk and you talk the talk. I think everything comes up for us in this work that we embrace the work. We then teach from the experience that we've had, and then we continue to get these experiences, whether we want it or not, to be able to do the work that we need to do and speak on it the way that we do because we've worked through it or we're continuing. I think we always continue to work on it, but
Totally.
we are continuing to bring this piece together because we have said yes to the healing and teach me how to get to that place so then I can help assist others to realize their path, whatever that may be, because we all have our own paths.
Mhm.
And I think that's what you do beautifully,
Oh,
truly.
well, thank you. Thank you. I think what comes up for me as you say that is this important point around soul work that we think of work, right? It's work.
Right.
But also that we need to do it alone, right? Like it's what we do in the privacy in our own home, right? Like you can journal. That's a beautiful way to connect to your soul. You can sit underneath a tree, right? Like my magnolia tree in the backyard is blooming full gonzo right now. She's beautiful. So just like sitting under the tree and just letting myself and my heart be present with the tree, that is soul work.
Mm-hmm.
So there's this beginning level of doing soul work where we're doing it by ourselves. And I think with our individualistic society, that's kind of the automatic place that we think of we have to go.
Right.
But even more important, or maybe just as important, is we have to also do our soul work in community, right? We need to have soul work can be so fragile, and um, to do this kind of work, there needs to be a container. And when you're holding your own container by journaling or sitting with a tree or whatever, like you can only hold so much by yourself. But if you are working with let's say a practitioner, like you're working with Elias is holding the container. I'm holding the container. So it lets you dive into this deeper place in this more expansive soul place. And then at another level, you go to a retreat and there's, 10, 15, 20 people, 1, 2, 3 co-facilitators. Like that kind of community lets you really dive into these deep places, lets you really let your heart expand, it lets your soul be seen in a way that you just can't do by yourself. So like soul care, it's different layers, different levels. You can't just do one. You kind of got to do them all.
And you hit on a point that we have to do it in community. And I think that's part that the piece that's missing is people don't realize when they've been on our retreats, when they've come on workshops or whatever, they're like, wow, I got so much out of it. Yes, because you were in a room with a bunch of mirrors, and
Yeah.
these mirrors all said, you're okay. You're okay to be in this space. It's all right to have this ouch, this pain point. Hey, Cami, good to see you. It's so nice to have you on here. My goodness, another Taurus. Um, uh, so Moira's not a Taurus, but it's her birthday month. Um, and Cami's birthday is Friday.
Ooh, happy early birthday, Cam.
So Friday, no, Friday, the 20. Oh my God, Forgot. 25th, 26th?
20,
God,
the 23rd.
20, we're on the 23rd. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Friday's
Um,
the 5th.
Saturday. Sorry.
20.
Okay. Anyway, I've got 4 people straight in a row. I have Bobby Berman's birthday was yesterday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Christine's and yours and Cammie's and Carla's birthday. I mean, so many, so many. Chris says, no wonder I'm a retreat addict. Hi, Pooh's wife and Lou Sunshine. Hello. And RJ Townsend. Hello, Regina. Good to see you. Thanks for being on Instagram. Appreciate it. Feeling a little overwhelmed. Why are
Yeah,
we feeling a little
that's sad.
overwhelmed? Yeah. Ryan, good to see you.
Is
Thanks.
that like a in the moment overwhelmed, like everything we were just talking about overwhelmed, or like everything in life? Because there's a lot going on collectively.
Hi, Ellen Jane. Good to see you. Um, Dolores says, is it viewing from a distance? So the remote viewing, her doing her work is from it's via,
Oh, me? Oh, what I'm doing.
yeah,
Is it viewing from a distance? It's not it's interesting. I guess it is, but that's not the way I would describe it. Um, when I'm working with somebody remotely, um, I'm tapping into a field that I'm calling you into. So we both step into this healing field, and I'm able to be with you in your energy body in this field, and we're able to do the work together.
right.
That's kind of the way I look at it, but maybe it's the same thing. So
Elizabeth, oh my goodness, as I live and breathe. So nice to have you on here. It's been ages. Thanks for being here. Hello, Molly. Thanks for being here. Thank you for being here. Molly's a new friend from the area. She actually saw me a couple times. So thank you for being here at a workshop. So awesome, awesome, awesome. Catherine says, I had to say amends to everyone. Okay. Okay. And you know what? Sometimes that clearing clears the soul. It's really I'm going to go deep here for a moment, guys, and I hope I don't offend anyone or trigger anyone. So I've talked about this. Everybody knows that I am not shy about talking about my stuff. Um, being molested when I was younger had many triggers. I can't have a weighted blanket on me. It's not good. My sleep, I have to have good sleep. Um, and I have to feel safe when I sleep. It sounds really weird, but it's so, that happened when I was between the ages of 4 and 8. So that has traveled all this time now at 60. And what I realize is that I can do the healing and make amends. I actually called up the person that molested me, and I called him up and I said, mom and dad never want to talk to you after I told them this. And you always, I'm sure, wondered why they didn't contact you when you went back to Greece, because he was a crippled child and we fostered him and blah, blah, blah. And he said, well, that was just a game we played. I'm like, oh, it wasn't a game to me. And I said, but I want you to know that I'm sorry. That must have happened to you.
hmm.
And you must have had this happen somehow. And I don't want to talk about this. Okay. But I want you to know that I forgive you and I'm letting it go.
Wow.
So that is the soul part that I needed to share. So, yeah. Kevin said, by the time I was done, I was overwhelmed. Yes. Dolores said, that was when you were talking about working with your own soul, but not experiencing the pain in the moment. Okay. Understood. Understood. It did. Good. Hey, Ren. Hey, Beth. Good to see you. Thanks for being on here. Hippie Chick. Good to see you as well. My intuition has been on point for friends and family. However, I get nothing for myself and I need it.
Mm,
What can I do?
That is awesome. I'm so glad you said that. And it's going to be the worst advice ever.
Yay! I love worst advice. Go for it.
So we are trained up to be there for everybody else, right? Women especially. We are born and bred and all the training to sacrifice ourselves and be there for other people. So in this sacrificing for other people, we sacrifice ourselves,
Mhm.
right? It's this beautiful gift that we get to have an attunement to, being able to have that intuition for other people. But the wound inside of that gift is that we then neglect our own self. So, my encouragement for you to do, um, is to sit, to slow down, to
Mhm.
sit with I'm a big journaler. I think journaling is really, really helpful. And I would sit down and just say something to the effect of, let's see, how do I say this? You have all these parts in you that want to be there for you, but, right, they've kind of been abandoned, not out of any fault of your own, just the training, right? So, what they need to know is that adult you is going to be there for them. And it takes time and it takes patience. And they need to, all these parts inside of you that are staying really, really quiet, they need to know that there is an outside source who is going to be present and stable and loving and accepting.
Mm.
That means you, the adult you present here, you need to do that. And to do that, it's sitting down every single day, sitting with a journal, and just if nothing comes to you, just write, I'm here for you. I'm here for you, little one. I love you, little one. Whenever you're ready, and maybe even like what I do is if I'm working with a particular part, just throughout the day, inside of my head, I'll be like, "Hey, you okay? I just want to check in. You're, I know you're probably not going to say anything, but I just want to check in."
That's really good. I mean, that is really good. And that brings up a point, just so people know. Um, Catherine says I actually had to say no to a job that I have to do on Monday, and that's going to be a surprise to my job because I always say yes.
Good for
Because that's
you.
healing. I love that. Love that.
Yeah.
So friends like Catherine. So here's my question. So people understand, what does a remote session with you look like?
Oh, great question.
Thanks.
It it looks like something that you shouldn't expect, in the sense that it's just always different, right? Like people who come to me for coaching, the coaching work that I do is not like we sit down and we figure out what your plan and let's do this and we've got this kind of thing. What you come to me with for the day is your energy body, right? And your soul body. And so we're stepping into this field. So we'll get on a call. I usually do it on Zoom, and you're going to talk about what is up, what's up in your life, what's activated in your life, what's the issue, right? That you're working with, and then we'll talk a little bit. We'll go back and forth. We'll talk about how it's sitting in your body because your body is a great reservoir of information and wisdom. So we'll talk about that. Sometimes I might have you working through your body and like we'll be talking and dialoguing like this, and you'll be having your eyes closed and talking about how that energy is feeling in your body, the symbols that it's showing you, the sensations that it's giving you. Sometimes it's about like making sure that this energy has an expression. So being able to say, like, I'm noticing I'm feeling sad, or I feel like I've got a bomb in my heart and it's starting to sink down. So, like, just very organic. And then sometimes I'll guide you into a meditation and I'll have music on and we'll be silent and I'll be doing energy work if it's something that really feels pretty sticky. I'll do energy work while you're meditating, basically listening to music. But again, we're both in that field. Sometimes we do a guided meditation. So again, you're kind of laying down, you're meditating, but I'm guiding you through some kind of a journey. It's always different. And to me, it's always what you need. If you know what you need, great, tell me. And if you don't know what you need, then we'll kind of see how we can support your system.
And right here, guys, is Moira's website. So it's just her name, moirascullion.com. So just so you all know. Gail says, I'm going to have to become a caregiver again, but this time I'll have boundaries. That's important.
Definitely.
So Christina says, I've done a lot of sitting with myself and journaling. Nothing helps. So I don't know if you came on a little bit later, but what Moira was saying earlier, which we both agree on.
Yes, to her.
I'm sorry?
Wasn't it to her? She had the original question, I thought. I could be wrong. Yeah, totally. Christina Price. So yeah, I'm assuming, Christina, that you heard what that was, right? So you've done a lot of the sitting and a journaling. So to me, what this says is you need a larger container, right? I know that there are times where I know I have an issue, and I really think that I know what this is. Like, I'm going to sit and I'm going to journal, but like nothing comes out. And then I go to my therapist or I go to a practitioner that I'm working with, and all of a sudden all of it comes spilling out.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that says that and what I feel in my system, my body as well, is my own container just isn't big enough for it. It just needs a bigger container. That's all. So my encouragement is, and it might be a timing thing. You're right. But also, like, look at your container. Like, what's your container like? Is it really, do you need more for yourself? Do you need a bigger container, meaning somebody else to hold the container? The other person holding the container, is it somebody you feel safe with?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because there's this part, your head might think, oh, I'm safe with this person. But this part inside of you might be like, nope, that's not the right person for me to reveal myself to.
And I'm just going to say this, Christina, Moira and I are planning on doing stuff next year. And I mean, if there's time for this year, I don't know, but we're planning on doing stuff. We've worked together before. So if it means that you come along on a retreat, maybe that is it. Or maybe it's working with Moira one-on-one and starting there. It's something where when I don't have the answers for myself, I will go to one of my peers and say, hey, here's where I'm stuck with. What do you see? Or what are you sensing? And just because they are my peers and just because they were my mentors or whatever it may be, I have to feel it. It has to resonate with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this carefully. You might say that doesn't resonate with me, but is that a protection? Or is that like you're like, it irritates you? It's an irritant. If it's an irritant, there's a reason to look at that. If it comes up and it's like, oh, I don't know, kind of bothers me when you say that. Well, if it bothers you, then you need to look at it, because sometimes our body and mind will protect us, but our soul, and this is what we're talking about, our soul wants us to heal. Our soul is so deep that it is every living, breathing cell of us wants to heal. And we have to go through these layers to understand it. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes. And that's, I think, the perfect point, because all of our healing happens in layers, right? So like, if you're not getting at something, like, don't beat yourself up for it. right? Like you said before, right? Like it might not that your timing is off. Like I noticed the writing of it was I'm thinking my timing is off and it's not, right? Like it's the timing, right? Like it's not the right time. There's plenty of shit for us to work on, right? For our personal stuff. So if there's something that is coming up that you like really are like, I guess here's the question for you, not that you need to answer at all for us here, but like, are you pushing yourself into doing the work, right? Like this is part of to me, my perspective is tending to the soul and doing soul care is attending, it's a warming, it's a gentleness that needs to happen, right? It's care, it's kindness. We live in a world that is really harsh and really fast, and our soul does not work at that pace. Our soul needs slow, kind, gentle. That to me is where I see really beautiful healing.
Yep.
I see so many people come into my office or through the magic of little cameras. And the thing that I always hear is I feel safe and I feel seen.
Yep.
And it's not because I'm doing anything. I'm literally just listening.
Barking on the truth.
Here we go.
And I love, you scared me for a moment because you came really close. I was like, oh my gosh.
Sorry.
But that's what I love.
Intense.
Hang on 1 second.
Oh, very intense. Let's see. Cami said, "You're an amazing duo. You have not helped me describe. Curious for more. You can't go wrong with either these two lovely soul guides." Aw, thanks, Cami. We love you. Yes. And okay. So yeah, so tending to the soul, be gentle with yourself. Don't push yourself. The soul doesn't like to be pushed. I don't like to be pushed either. So did all my amends when I found out here. I can't I'll let you. There you go.
Sorry about that. Somebody at the door.
Oh, Mandy's going this weekend. Awesome.
So I would highly suggest the retreats. I'm honestly so glad I'm going to be at this one weekend. My happy flow and life was disrupted, and I have not been able to get this heavy feeling off me today. Thank you for clarity in this live. This makes so much sense. It's funny how we know a lot of these things, pardon me, but we need the reminders.
100%.
Totally. And thanks, Cami. That's very sweet of you to say. Oh, busted. So true. Okay. Catherine said, did all my amends. Then I found out I was going back to work on Monday for an appointment, and my mind went to, am I ready? I said to myself, I have no idea. Okay. Christina Price, this is how my sister and I feel. Okay. So here's the thing. The thing, everybody, is, people come into our lives to trigger us, to move us. We might look at these things as a mistake. We might look at these as, why is this happening to me, right? These things are happening for you to grow. And your growth, whether you choose or not, is always going to help somebody else. If you choose to share it, that's up to you. Or it just helps you along the way, because somebody somewhere is going to be inspired by your story, because you've lived it, you've moved through it, you've done it. And it is actually it's the contract that Moira and I signed up for. So yay. And honestly, truly, I, not only as a friend, but as a practitioner, I recommend Moira doing her work. It is quite unique in the way that she blends the knowledge of the body, of being a massage instructor, of massage therapist, and the somatic healing, and the psycho-spiritual piece that comes through the years of training that you've done. And I have to tell you that our last retreat, people are still talking about it. Moira and I told her right before we got on on here. Moira led us through breath work, and I was just helping. I wasn't doing the breath work, but boy, I was like, I felt like I was hit with a truck. I mean, it was really a good thing. It was a good thing, but I'm like, boy, that was how long? How long? Just from breathing? From breathing and listening to music and meditation and guided meditation. I was like, that was some serious stuff. And it moved, we have to do that again. That was just
Yeah.
really
Yeah. Well, I think that will be a new thing in our retreats together. I would love that to just be it's just so potent, right? Because
good.
people are able to tap into their own psyche, their own inner healer, and we get to hold a great container.
Yep. Chris says the two retreats I've been on with Moira were absolutely amazing and healing. Yeah, they were. So, does anybody have any questions for Moira about the work that she does, about
Soul care.
soul care? I mean, that's what we're talking about. Breath work is incredibly powerful. It truly is. Christina says, "Thank you. Makes sense. Triggers are meant to teach us whether good or bad lessons in order to grow into what we are meant to be." Yes, very true. I mean, no shameless plug here, but it's why I wrote the book. Changing the FU to thank you. It's why did I date three narcissists, and Moira's seen all three of them and married the fourth one. Why did I do all that? Why did no one say, "Hey, what are you doing?" They did probably, and I didn't hear them. But thanks. I just had to take one look at you and go, okay, thanks. Are you sure with that one? But I love them. I really do. Okay. You're on the other end when you're done. So, but it's all those pieces taught me who I am today. If I didn't move out, if I didn't marry my ex-husband, I would have never left Chicago.
Right.
And I would have never had the courage to move 2,000 miles away. I mean, I miss my friends. I miss the food. I miss my friends and the food. F and F, friends and food. Uh,
Hmm.
so it is those kind of things that really help. And when we go on a retreat, it's just like, it's like getting us all together for a reunion. I mean, Cami came to assist on this last retreat in March, and it was like so much fun being there. And all the people that have been on retreats before, we just gather together, and it's great. And again, guys, this isn't a promo for retreats. Please know that. But the work that Moira does can lead to one-on-one work, can then lead to, okay, now I'm ready to sit with others, to feel safe, to sit with others, to see how the collective is moving, right? I was asked the other day to talk on a Zoom, uh, and I didn't know what the topic was. I don't know if I didn't see it, or she didn't send it, but she's like, "We're going to talk about the political um, structure of the world and what you feel energetically." I'm like, "We're doing what?"
Right up your alley, right?
Totally up my alley. So, and I said that as a collective, we're hurting.
Yeah.
As a collective, how do we heal? But we can't do that until we go inside and then shift it so we can mirror that what we want on the outside.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I was saying when I said it, because there was totally probably channeling, because there has been like so much, so much.
That's also why we need to do this work in community,
Right.
because there is it our pain is a collective pain. Our soul pain that we're feeling individually is connected to the collective pain that is being experienced. It is also layered in our multidimensional beingness with our ancestral
Yep.
pain, right? So like that's why there's no one way to attend to your soul. The one way is to quiet yourself down and listen to your soul telling you, pulling you, calling you towards whatever venue it happens to be called to in the moment, which
Right.
that moment, that type of modality or practitioner, like that's going to change throughout your life because your soul's going to need something different. So just all the layers, all the things, do what you feel called to.
I was never, everyone, and Moira knows this too, I was never even thinking about massage school. It's because I went to my therapist and she's like, and she did the Akashic Records, which is a whole different, she was a holistic therapist. And she's like, well, the Akashic Records are saying that a suggestion would be go to massage school. I'm like, are you sure? Like, did you hear that correctly? Are you sure they're not saying something else? Massage school, really?
Mm-hmm.
But it was, if it wasn't massage school, I would have never met Moira. I would have never met Moira. I would have never understood the emotional piece that is stuck in the body. I would have never done the things I did. And I'm going to tell you guys this honestly, truly. I was a pretty good instructor. I was not that great of a student because I was working 40 hours and going to massage school. And sometimes I would have to take a test twice because my brain, it was right after my dad died. And it
Yeah.
was the year before that was right after my mom died. And I mean, Moira said it as well. She's like, your massage is good. Your body mechanics suck. So I was like, well, thank you so much for that. But it was how I was holding my body. But, you know, I learned so much from the energetics
Yeah.
of that touch. When my hands went on to somebody, I got information somehow. And it's really interesting. And I know that you do that as well. And you can sit with somebody and then this information you just trust the knowledge that you're getting. And that
Right.
I'll say the download that you're getting at that time.
Right.
So Chris says your healing is my healing. Absolutely. We say that a lot when we do our rhythmic soul sound healing, when we do that. Jenny says, absolutely. So I need to listen to myself, huh? Yes. Yes.
But
Uh,
in a quiet way, not the like flippant brain, your brain's telling you something, right? It's the quiet yourself down and listen to the deeper part of you. And if it keeps you'll feel it. It's like the right, there's that like you should do this, you should do that. Well, for once it's the should, right? Like should's a big indicator. But it's that like deeper hum of the soul that you listen to. I hope that makes sense.
totally. Uh, Davya Newbie, hello. Del Kopi, hello. Crypix, hello. And 123 HGC. A lot of new people. Thank you for being on today. I appreciate that. Brent says, so this open gateways and new experiences that led you closer to your pathway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it still does.
Yeah.
Oh, I just did a you. And it still does.
It's still
I know. So,
all of my biggest I'll say like leaps forward in my evolution all happened because I listened to the crazy voice that didn't make any sense. Right? I listened to the like the pull. I don't even want to say voice. It wasn't a voice. It was this pull.
right.
I mean, like I remember being like, God, am I crazy for wanting to do this? This is nuts, right? Like from like, my mom's a cop. My
Come on, this apprenticeship program. You really like it.
exactly. It was like it made no sense. But everything that I've done that has made no sense, when I showed up to do it, it was like this like rod inside of me that felt so strong that was like, yes, follow this. Yes, follow this. This is your way forward.
and I'm gonna give you guys a little hint on stuff. When Moira works, and you totally can see when she's in it, because there's an intensity and a passionate intensity. And Cammie's gonna love this piece too. When we do, again, we're going back to the retreats, guys. Sorry, but when we do an invocation of calling in angels and guides and our loved ones, um, Moira will drum and she'll start this invocation, and it is like that drum takes her over. It just is like, yeah, oh yes, you can. Yeah. Because you know, Cammie's like, "Where's Moira? We just need her with the drum." I call them in. We call them in. I'm like, I know. And it's like, it's really, and I've seen Moira smudge. And when she is clearing energy and she smudges, that that energy just comes right through. It's that soul connection to the divine that you can't put your fingers on it, but there's a knowing. And like Moira was saying, it's something that just pulls you, and then these two people, or 10, 20, whatever it is, people connect on that level in that moment. That's why when you, and again, not trying to sound like go see Moira, but when you do, there's a connection there that is an understanding of, I don't know, I can't put words to it, but I'm feeling something very different.
Hmm.
And that is the soul piece. That is how we nurture the soul, by saying yes to you,
Mhm.
that you deserve it, that you're worthy of it, and that it is part of your essence. It is part of who you are. It is about, I'm going to get really woo woo here, guys. It's about getting back to who you were before you came into this body.
Yeah.
It's that remembrance of that connection, that soul essence of you. So it's one of my favorite things. I miss it in you, Moira. Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute. That's cute. So questions, guys, questions that you have for Moira, and uh, anything that you want to add about our live. You're always welcome anytime you want to come on. I hope you
Thanks.
know.
How about next week?
Okay, sure. Well, next week we got somebody else, but we can make it next Thursday.
There was a thing that popped up as you were talking, and it was really interesting. This definitely does not feel like my words. Maybe it is. I don't know. But it is our divine birthright to have our soul be able to express itself.
Mm,
Right? That's what artists are for, and musicians, right? If you can connect with your heart that much and your soul that much that it can express itself through you, like that's beauty in the world that nobody can deny, right? When you hear like a beautiful piece of poetry or a beautiful song and you can just feel that it comes from this deeper place within inside of somebody, right? Like that's an energy that just it ripples throughout everything, and you can't deny how it not only affects you but the collective. And
exactly.
that to me is why I do soul work, because it contributes to, this is my head talking here, I feel like soul work contributes to the evolutionary growth of humanity, and we need that.
Mm. Humanness is peeling the layers to get to your core, your pure soul. Well said, Delora.
Very well said, Delora.
The energy is wild. Tonight is wild. Yeah. And honestly, truly, because we've worked together so much, it's this ebb flow that we have. And that's what I appreciate so much about you. There are things that Moira and I might not agree upon,
Oh
but
yeah.
there is a way that we're like, it's complementary. And it's funny, there are times that we're both saying the same thing, but we both say it differently for people to understand what we're saying. And it's 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 a lot of fun. And I think that I will say, to promote my friend, get a session with her. Really, truly, get the session, get the work done, and then come join us together on
Hmm.
on a retreat. We're planning more. We'll be planning more. You've got a lot going on this year. I got a lot going on this year, but we're looking for many different places to go to. We're looking at, so they're uh, convenient. I mean, we go to Iowa. We're going to go to Chicago later, and we might be going out east, and we might be going out west, and we might be going southwest. So there's a lot. There's a lot that we're looking at. Hello, Mindy. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. Um, what do you got coming up? What is coming up for you? Is there anything that you are wanting people to, pardon me, wanting people to know?
I'm in a really quiet, slow phase working through some personal stuff. So I'm just enjoying the slowdown right now. So I don't have anything coming up. Just,
Okay.
I'm still working in person and remotely, and that's it.
In Chicago, but remotely if you need it. In Chicago, but remotely if you need it. I'm
Yeah.
gonna call right now. Oh, I'm gonna call right now. Okay. Okay. So let me just tell you what's coming up, guys. Next next Wednesday, next Wednesday, is it already next Wednesday? Next Wednesday, yes. Next Wednesday, it is, I'm trying to look at my calendar here. Next Wednesday is the 30th, and we have Lisa Randall talking
Oh,
about um, nurturing our face and body. And she has found a product that she loves. I've used it. It's called Pomifera. It's from the Pomifera fruit. And it's all natural. It's really cool. And that's, I think that's a part that we don't talk about also on here. This is not like, oh, buy these cosmetics, but it's like, what does it mean to nurture your face and body? What does it mean to take care of you? Today,
your
we're
body is the largest organ in your entire system. Everything that happens on your skin penetrates and affects everything inside of you. So,
right, right. Remotely. Yes, you can call her remotely. Yes. She is luscious and lickable. You're cute. You're cute. We had that on a retreat. Lisa, no, not Lisa Randall, not Lisa Nolan Shalowski, but she'll be on in May. We're gonna have her on in May. Um, so we've got a lot of things coming up, and I'm gonna just show you really quickly if I can do this. I can do this. Okay. First of all, if you guys haven't been to my website, go to the website. There's a free mind trappers quiz to figure out if you're a people pleaser, a control freak, a fixer, or a perfectionist. And then we're doing a workshop on it. So come join us. Come join us May 1st. That's coming up really soon, super soon. And like I said, in April, oops, there we go. In April, there's Lisa and Nurturing Your Face and Body. So that's going to be great. If you guys are in California, um, if you're in California and you are in the San Rafael area, we'll be at New Living Expo. I'm going to be part of doing a workshop there. And I'm going to be on a panel with Mind, Body, Spirit FM. So I was trying to find that and I couldn't find that. So where it's at, I'm getting better at this. I'm telling you, I'm getting better at
you
doing
are.
things, but sometimes it's a little bit challenging because I'm like, oh, wait, where did I go? There's that. Okay, now I got to find um, how to um, how to get, how to get it back. Now I found it. Okay, because I'm like, where's the other one? Um, Okay, is it here? Is it here? Here it is. So, New Living Expo, I'm going to be on a panel with Bradley Valentine. He's the angel guy, and he and Dougal Fraser created this Angels and Aura Oracle deck. So that's them. Kimberly Meredith, she was just on my podcast last week, so go check that out. Kelly Sullivan, Vincent, Jenna, and Rachel Corpus. Kimberly Meredith channels the Holy Spirit, and she does it like she blinks and she gets information while she. It's a quick blink. It's fascinating to watch, just fascinating. So that's going to happen, and now we get to go back to this because I have to go from the start again because I don't know what I'm doing. And then in July, we have this retreat happening. It's going deeper into love. Now, this is a part 2 of a retreat that we did, the greatest love of all. That you didn't have to go to the first retreat to know about this one. So very, very cool. It's going to be in Iowa with Sheila Maloney. And then coming in October, we have the Mind Trappers Weekend Retreat. So the workshop that we're doing May 1st, we're now going to do a whole weekend about breaking free from limiting patterns. We're going to talk about the ancestral blueprint and how to break the patterns that have come from your parents, grandparents, great-grandparents. So super excited about that. So excited, super excited. Let's see. I was afraid of Miss. Nope, June 1st. Well, it's Lisa Randall is too. Well, okay. Well, shit. Lisa Randall is too. Luscious and lickable. Yes. Yes, she is. You're cute. Oh, please don't blow away in windy Chicago. No, it's all good. It's all good. So again, guys, if you want to book a session with Moira, go to www.moirascullion right there. Yep. And go there and book a session with her. And again, always good to have you on here, my friend.
Oh, it was a pleasure. It was lovely being with all of you, beautiful souls. Please take care of your souls. Slow down. Get off the phone. Get off the computer right now.
Exactly. Abba, so good to see you. And Alicia, thanks for being here. Thanks all the new people. And we appreciate you. Remember, we are here to connect. And when we connect, we educate. And when we educate, we grow. There's unity in community from our hearts to yours. Be well, everybody. And I'm on retreat, so I'm going to say a prayer for our whole community. I have a 5 a.m. flight tomorrow, so I got to get going. So take care, everyone, and thanks for being here. Remember, trust you and listen.